So, you've got your ground general fully developed and ready to go. That's awesome. You're feeling like a great Roman emperor about to send your massive horde of troops to wipe out the enemy. But you need to be geared up right before you can give them their marching orders. But it's all good. We're going to get you suited up right now. Hi, and welcome to Evony. I am Akayasha. You can call me Aka, and this is Ares versus Achaemenidae Ground Edition. So, here's the drill. We're going to take each piece of gear one at a time and look at the Ares and Achaemenidae options for it. We're going to base our selection on the following criteria. The general type, in this case we have an attacking ground general, and the relevant attributes, in this case we have ground stats. The priority of the attributes are defense, HP, and attack. If there is no clear choice between the two gear options that we're looking at, we'll put them on hold. We'll come back later with other considerations and make a decision based on that. So, if you're good with that, then we're good to go. Let's start off with the weapon. We take a first look at the Ares sword. Here we have ground troop attack, in-city ground troop defense, enemy mounted troop HP, and troop load. This is an attacking general, so in-city stats are irrelevant. Here we have only one relevant stat for us. We put this one on hold. Next, we look at the Achaemenidae sword. This one has ground troop attack, in-city ground troop defense, enemy mounted troop attack, and troop load. Only one relevant stat on this one, and that's ground troop attack. So, both the Achaemenidae sword and the Ares sword have ground troop attack. The main difference between them is the Ares sword has enemy mounted troop HP debuff, and the Achaemenidae sword has enemy mounted troop attack debuff. Now, there is no clear choice on this one based on the stats that we see here. We put this one on hold and we'll come back and have a look at it later. Let's move on to the chest piece. We start off with the Courageous Ares armor. This one has mounted troop attack, mounted troop defense, marching mounted troop HP, ranged troop HP. No relevant stats for this one. This one is gone. Next, we have the Fearless Ares armor. This one has ground troop defense, ground troop HP, enemy ranged troop attack, and enemy siege machine attack. This one has two relevant stats for us. We put this one on hold. Next, we look at the Courageous Achaemenidae armor. This one has siege machine attack and defense, enemy siege machine attack, and enemy mounted troop defense. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. Next, we have the Fearless Achaemenidae armor. This one has ground troop defense, ground troop HP, enemy mounted troop defense, and in-city ranged troop attack. So, two relevant stats for us on this one. We now compare. The Fearless Ares armor also has two stats, but on this one it has enemy ranged troop attack and enemy siege machine attack. On the Achaemenidae armor it has enemy mounted troop defense and in-city ranged troop attack. So the Ares has two debuffs which are relevant for us. The Achaemenidae only has one. And in the case of the Ares, the debuff is enemy ranged troop attack, which is very valuable for ground troops. So in this case, it's a clear choice. We go with the Fearless Ares armor. We go back to our general and suit him up. Nice. Next, let's look at the boots. For the Courageous Ares boots, we have ground troop defense, siege machine HP, in-city siege machine attack, and all troop load. One relevant stat for us on this one. Let's put this one on ice for a second. Next, we look at the Fearless Ares boots. This one has ranged troop HP, mounted troop defense, marching mounted troop attack, and march speed. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. Next, we look at the Courageous Achaemenidae boots. This one has ground troop defense, enemy siege machine attack, enemy mounted troop attack, and in-city ranged troop attack. One relevant stat for us on this one. We put this one on ice for a second. Next, we look at the Fearless Achaemenidae boots. This one has ranged troop HP, mounted troop HP, enemy siege machine attack, march speed. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. So it's between the Courageous Ares boots and the Courageous Achaemenidae boots. For the case of both of them, they have only one relevant stat. But the Courageous Achaemenidae boots have two debuffs that could be very valuable to our ground general. So, in this case, we would go with the Courageous Achaemenidae boots. Let's go back to our general and suit him up. Nice. Next, let's look at the helmet. For the Courageous Ares helmet, we have ground troop attack, ground troop HP, siege machine defense, in-city ground troop defense. So we have two relevant stats for us on this one. Let's put this one on hold for a second. Next, the Fearless Ares helmet has ranged troop attack, mounted troop HP, siege machine attack, marching mounted troop HP. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. Next, we look at the Courageous Achaemenidae helmet. This one has mounted troop attack, enemy ground troop defense, enemy ground troop HP, and in-city range troop attack. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. Next, we look at the Fearless Achaemenidae helmet. This one has ground troop HP, mounted troop HP, enemy mounted troop attack, and in-city mounted troop attack. One relevant stat on this one, so we can compare. The Courageous Ares helmet has 2 relevant stats, while the Fearless Achaemenidae only has 1. In this case, it's a clear choice. We go with the Courageous Ares helmet. We go back to our general and suit him up. Nicely done. Next, let's look at the leg armor. For the Courageous Ares leg armor, we have range troop defense, mounted troop HP, siege machine attack, in-city range troop defense. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. Next, we look at the Fearless Ares leg armor. This one has ground troop HP, mounted troop attack, marching ground troop defense, marching mounted troop defense. So this one has 2 relevant stats for our attacking general. Let's put this one on hold for a second. Next, we look at the Courageous Achaemenidae leg armor. This one has range troop attack, siege machine HP, enemy mounted troop attack, in-city range troop defense. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. Next, we look at the Fearless Achaemenidae leg armor. This one has ground troop HP, siege machine attack, enemy range troop defense, enemy siege machine attack. So, 1 relevant stat for us on this one, and we compare it to the Fearless Ares leg armor. Now, the Fearless Ares leg armor has 2 relevant stats for us, while the Fearless Achaemenidae only has 1. In this case, we would go with the Fearless Ares leg armor. We go back to our general and suit him up. Nice. Finally, let's have a look at the ring. For the Courageous Ares ring, we have mounted troop defense, siege machine attack, enemy range troop defense, siege machine attack range. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. Next, we look at the Fearless Ares ring. This one has ground troop defense, range troop attack, enemy mounted troop attack, march size capacity increase. So, 1 relevant stat for us on this one. Let's put this one on hold for a second. Next, we look at the Courageous Achaemenidae ring. This one has mounted troop defense, siege machine attack, enemy range troop attack, siege machine attack range. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone. Finally, we look at the Fearless Achaemenidae ring. This one has range troop defense, range troop attack, enemy ground troop HP, enemy mounted troop HP. No relevant stats for us on this one. This one is gone, and we are left with only one option, the Fearless Ares ring. So we go back to our general and suit him up. Nice. Now, we have all the pieces here selected, so we go back to the sword and make our decision. So, based on what we have, both swords have 1 relevant stat for us, and there is no clear choice between the enemy mounted troop HP on the Ares sword and the enemy mounted troop attack on the Achaemenidae sword. However, when we look at our general, we see that the general has 4 pieces of Ares and 1 Achaemenidae. So, in order to get the set attributes for the Achaemenidae for 2 pieces, where we get the all troop attack for 10%, it would make sense for us to have another Achaemenidae piece in order to get that set attribute. So in this case, it would be good to pick the Achaemenidae sword. So we come here and select the Achaemenidae sword. Nice. Now, this will be the full setup for our general. And you can see we have the 4 pieces of Ares, so we get the set attributes for that. And we have the 2 pieces of the Achaemenidae, so we have the set attributes for those as well. So, if you like this video, be sure to give it a like, maybe drop a comment down below. Thank you, and Aka signing out.